So normally this is the portion of the vlog where I welcome you to the vlog and start of the day, all of that. It's kind of the same. It's kind of different. So I slept Sunday morning at around 5 a.m. in the morning. Woke up around 7 a.m. So getting a total of 2 hours of sleep, pretty much. And I've been basically running off of that for the last 24 hours or so. And now Monday, 9 a.m. I'm just finally getting myself into bed to rest. That being said, I'll be spending most of my Monday either A, resting, or B, the latter half of my Monday, getting back to work. So, with that, I thought I'd fill this vlog, today's Monday vlog, with some special weekend clips that I took. So, hope you enjoy. What do you think? Sound like a good idea? Welcome to the vlog. Current status, we gotta take out all this old hardware, which this has just got snapped off, so we're gonna remove this whole bracket, replace it all with new hardware. Then it needs to be repositioned and the dial needs to be turned. So, bit of status update. It's 9:25 on the morning of Sunday. I'm outside the hardware shop, which opens in 5 minutes. I have to get a bracket like this U-shaped bracket that I got the wrong one because I got the wrong one yesterday. And it works out because I was going to work on the satellite realignment and replacing all the hardware in the morning anyways, because obviously it's easier because it was late last night. But that being said, I have some friends coming by to help me out with it. Hopefully we can get it done. Worst case scenario, the Air Force bases and military bases are hosting the fight, but you have to pay like a $15 entrance fee and stuff like that. But like my interest is so vested in getting this satellite realigned and working, because it's like one of those things when you already start on it, especially with do-it-yourself projects, like I just want to get it done. So I'm going for the whole don't have a plan B because it distracts me from plan A approach.
I can lift this kid. The kid that was drunk that night, I can lift him.
What is that, 2011? So.
Alright, so I apologize if I look kind of tired. It's because I literally just woke up from a power nap. It's been a tremendously long day, but I want to give my thoughts and opinions on the MayPac Manny Pacquiao versus Mayweather fight. Let me preface this by saying if you're not a fan of sports, you can totally skip over this portion at your leisure. I am not a professional or analyst by any means. These are just my own personal thoughts. I'm a fan of both fighters, and this is the case when I was going in that this is a fight, even though I'm full Filipino, I'm obviously a fan of Manny Pacquiao. It was kind of a household thing. But it was one of the fights when I went in knowing that like his opponent this time was somebody that was really going to take a certain degree of work to really become the victor in whatever sense, whether it's knockout or technically on the cards. It was going to have to be a really great performance on his part, because you can't obviously count somebody out who is 47-0. I mean, like he's that for a reason, whatever reason that may be. He is 47-0. As athletes, I tremendously respect both of them because they have a ridiculous amount of work ethic. I've watched the HBO and Showtime documentaries on them, and like they have both illustrious careers. Do I have gripes with them outside the ring? Yes, on both sides of the fence. They've both done things I think that are questionable, obviously. But that's not what this is about, because I think there's that big question that always arises, like, who's the better man? Who's the better fighter? You can argue that all day. You can say, he's a better man, he's a better man, this, that, and the other. For whatever reasons, they've done their things, but that's not what the argument is about when it comes to, I think, the aptly named square ring, but the boxing ring, in that it's about who's the better fighter. That's why you buy the pay-per-view, that's why you watch it, because it's going to determine who the better fighter is, in a sense. And, in this fight, obviously, Mayweather took the victory. Now, was it the energy in the fight I was expecting and in anticipation of? It was 6 years in the making, in total. No, it wasn't, by all means. I think it was a very, very disappointing performance. It's been the most disappointing performance I've personally witnessed of Manny Pacquiao's career. My own personal, again, opinion, I think, he might have wanted the win, but he really didn't showcase that in the performance. He may have wanted a toe-to-toe fight, and would I have wanted to see that? For sure. Whether that changed the odds, maybe, if he went toe-to-toe and slugged it out with Mayweather. But Mayweather showcased the old adage that the best offense is a really good defense, and he showed that. Was he evasive? Did he run around? Did he hug? And did he kind of, maneuver around Manny? He did, but that's nothing. Like, I see people blowing up on social media all about this. It's always fun after a big major event to go on Twitter. But people are blowing up about that as if it's illegal, as if it's something like you're not allowed to do in boxing. Like, if Manny's not taking advantage of that, and when he wasn't taking advantage of him on the ropes or what have you, that again, like that, that all plays into it. And it's easy to say, I understand this, like, as a viewer, as a perspective, like, that old saying, what is it? You will have a plan until you get punched in the mouth. Like, I'm sure, like, when you're in there, it's 10 times more difficult. You want to be careful with somebody like Mayweather, obviously. But overall, Mayweather just outpunched him accurately and put on a better defensive performance and really shut down Manny in an offensive sense compared to his previous fights. Was it a blowout? Was there any knockouts? No, it wasn't really. There was a couple rounds where it was really just a swing and a miss for a bit. But at the end, I think, like, Mayweather played the smarter boxer move. He played the man. He knew he was ahead on the cards. Like, why would he risk going toe-to-toe with the possibility of getting caught and getting knocked out when victory was already in grasp? I think that's what determines and showcases why he's 47-0 and at that championship level. I think, afterwards, in any sport, in fights like those, that's what determines champions, how they react to a loss. Like, I think a win is a win. A win is a win is a win. No ifs, ands, or buts, unless there's, like, blatant cheating involved. And I think that was clear cut to me. Like, it was really clear cut, and I'm saying that as a Pacquiao fan. Now, Pacquiao's camp after, talking about, like, the shoulder injury and injection that he was denied. I think that's a very, very bad move on the PR part, because that's something I think should have been brought up weeks in advance whenever they said the injury was sustained weeks in advance during training. Not something you bring up after, because all it seems like afterwards is an excuse. Overall, both are still great fighters. Both pocketed 80. One pocketed 80 plus million. Mayweather will pocket 120 plus million. I mean, that's nothing to bat your eyelashes at, for a 36-minute performance overall. And both go on to go do their things. But I believe that Mayweather overall in this fight deserved the victory that he got.
What time is this fight percentage meter? Oh. You're searching is getting too cold?
Yeah. Underwater? Yeah. Ready? Good.